Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vintage Markets Inside the Charts. My name is Tamar Mehr from Trade with Precision. Now, the first week of the second Trump presidency saw several equity markets around the world charging to all-time highs and the US dollar weakening as markets now believe that Trump's bark on tariff is much louder than its bite, with a much softer tone directed at China. So what I want to do here is start with the chart of the S&P, and this is the daily chart, and as we can see, we moved from a lower low here all the way up to a higher high and an all-time high. Now, we don't have the moving averages for the daily chart in the correct order yet, but we do have strong convergence here to this strong move from the momentum indicators. Now, what we can also see is that after this very strong push, we are quite overextended. So what I'm looking for is a bit of a pullback, release some of this quite strong buying pressure, and a continuation of this very strong move. If we'll take a look at the higher time frame, so up into the weekly, we can see that with that push to a lower low, what the weekly chart actually did was pulling back into the averages, the buy zone, that area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages. In this case so far, even though we pushed a bit higher above this previous swing high, we don't have yet convergence on the momentum indicators, but this move is not done yet, and until we see sign that this becomes a higher high, so a pullback from this area on the weekly chart, the momentum indicators could still push higher. A quick look here on the monthly chart, and we can see the strength of this move. We've got the moving averages here as well, 10, 20, 50, all fanning on in the correct order for an uptrend, and a very strong convergence here on the momentum indicators. So drilling down into the 4 hours, what kind of areas am I looking for that pullback? So the first area that I'm looking at is the previous high over here. If we'll take a look quickly on the daily, we can see that that was the origin, the first test on the way down. So this is the blue line, and then I've got the purple line sitting at the next swing high in and around that 6,000 round number. So anywhere between that area is where I'll be looking for signs that the buyers are coming back into the market, and then looking for continuation of this move. Now, I'd like to move to some US dollar crosses, and I want to start here with dollar CAD, and this is the monthly chart, and we can see after we've been stuck here in a range underneath that 1.4 level, we broke strongly higher, and currently we are overextended, meaning quite a distance between where price action sits right now and its moving averages. So I'm looking for a pullback, and I'm looking for a pullback in the context of the higher time frame, so into that 1.4 level. Now, if I'll zoom in and add the Fibonacci retracement here of this latest move, so from the low to the high, we can see that we've got this 50% retracement clustering very nicely with that 1.4. So this is more of a higher time frame view. I'm looking for a pullback to test that 1.4 from above. Quick look at the daily chart, and we can see that currently price is consolidating around this area, but we are quite overextended, and for a higher time frame long-term view, I'm looking for a bit more of a release of this very strong buying pressure. A similar story is Kiwi dollar. I like where Kiwi dollar sits. So again, this comes from the higher time frame. And the area here that I'm looking for, there are actually two lines. So the first one is the previous swing low, and then the next one sitting a little bit higher around the 59 area. So if we'll take a look here on the weekly chart, we can see that the weekly chart is back into a downtrend, and we also have here a nice lower high before pushing straight in to that lower low. So I'm going to take here the Fibonacci retracement again. Now with this line, you can see that the purple line, the previous swing low, is clustering very nicely with a 61.8% retracement, and currently we are pulling back into that area, so we're also working out that overextension. The next area, the higher level, the blue line, we can see we had plenty of touches at that level in the past. We consolidated a bit before breaking through that area. So that is another area that I'll be looking for the sellers to come back to. So these are my picks for this week for potential setups on higher time frame. And what I'll be looking for in all cases is low and time frame entries into this higher time frame move. So any signs such as change of trend or momentum breakouts on the lower time frame in the direction of the higher time frame overall move. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now.